This is the truth about making passive income online. It's what those greedy gurus will never tell you. So before we get into today's video, let me ask you something really important. Be honest with yourself here, okay? Does this sound like you? So you like the idea of making passive income online because you've heard that it's possible to do pretty cool things like quit your job, fire your boss, only work the hours you choose from any location you like, and make as much money as you want. And maybe you've been told amazing stories about people who already make passive income online, but it's just never really clicked into place for you. So now you're feeling frustrated, confused, and you're not getting the results that you deserve. Maybe you've tried a few things along the way. So maybe you've done things like promote an affiliate offer or a CPA offer, and you've gone out and started posting links to these offers everywhere you can to try and drive traffic. So Facebook, Twitter, forums, random websites, anywhere you think you might find traffic. And you keep promoting these offers, but what happens? Really, what happens? It's nothing, right? Nothing happens. Nobody clicks on them. Nobody buys your products that you're promoting, and because you're not making any sales, you're not making any money. And that's frustrating, right? I know what it's like. I mean, I was stuck there for a long time, and I know how lousy it feels, right? So what's going on? What are you doing wrong? And why doesn't any of this stuff work for you? Well, the fact is, it's not your fault, okay? There's an industry devoted to selling you bad information. And the truth is, you have been lied to. Shady marketers are recycling and rehashing old methods. And most of the time, what used to work years ago doesn't work today. I mean, just think about it, okay? If it was that easy, then everyone would be doing it. So, what is the solution? Okay, well, first of all, you have to accept a few things. The first one, it's a difficult truth, but making passive income online is hard and it's not going to happen quickly. Yeah, it's absolutely possible, but it only works if you work. And you need to take massive action, not just once. You need to do it over and over and over again, and you need to keep going, even when you feel like giving up. And listen, you're going to feel like giving up a lot, at least in the beginning, you know. And let me tell you something, okay? There will be days when you wonder why you're even doing this. Sometimes you're going to be worried about what other people think of you. You're worried that they'll think you're crazy, and you might want to keep things secret, at least until you get some results, right? I know that that's how I felt anyway. And do you know what? I felt embarrassed of what other people might think of me. And do you know what? I kept my website a secret for a long time. Okay, sure, now things are okay. I'm doing good and I make 100% of my income online. I've been doing that for quite a long time now, but it took me years of failure to figure it out. Do you know what? There are exceptions to the rule, but they are far and few between. And the fact is, most people will never succeed online, and that's because they aren't willing or they're not able to put in the amount of work required. And maybe you've done this too, okay? I mean, listen, I have failed more than most people. So much that I'm practically an expert in failure. So be honest with you, okay? Be honest with yourself. Have you ever started a project or a website or a business and then you didn't get the results that you wanted as quickly as you wanted them, and because of that you decided to give up and quit? Not only that, a short while afterwards you then moved on to something else, only to find that it wasn't right for you, it was too difficult, or it didn't work. You didn't get the results that you wanted, so you quit. And then you moved on to something else. And then you start the cycle all over again. Now, I've done that plenty of times, right? And I've met hundreds of people out there who've spent years trapped in that cycle. But the crazy thing is, if people just stuck to one idea and worked on that as much as they could and saw it through, eventually they're going to succeed. You see, the truth is, passive income online takes persistence. I mean, I built the very first website that I built for someone else. That was way back in 1998. And I built my own website that was completely mine in 2004. And I didn't start making a living from that site until a few years later. I mean, seriously, right? It took about 3 years of solid grind to make any kind of money from that site. And even then, it wasn't really that much of a living, to be honest. It felt more like survival than anything else. But you know what? It was a start, okay? And from that, lots of amazing things have happened along the way, and I've learned a lot. And I've learned that the real secret to succeeding online is to build an audience. Now, you've probably heard that before, but what does that actually mean? And how do you really build an audience? Well, I think there's 3 things that you need to know. So you have to know what your target audience wants. You also have to know how to deliver value to them, how to deliver that to them, and then you have to know where they hang out online. And okay, when I lay it out like this, it sounds pretty simple, but please don't mistake simple for easy, because it's easy to find out what they want, and it's easy to find out where they hang out online, but it's not easy to deliver true value to them. To do that, you have to have I guess it's a deep understanding of them. And for that reason, it's best to choose niches where you have a decent amount of experience. I mean, most newbies, what they'll do is that they'll think that they need to jump into a very profitable niche. So they'll choose things like make money online, or weight loss, or dating. And they are good niches, but if you don't have much experience in those and you don't have results to show, then you don't really know how to deliver true value to an audience. So you can't build an audience. But listen, you don't need to be an expert here, okay? You don't have to pick niches where you have qualifications and, years and years of knowledge. You don't need to do that, okay? All you really need is a strong passion. And it's that passion that's going to see you through the days when you do feel like quitting. So choose a niche based around something that you do for free, okay? Think about the things that you talk about for hours. That's your niche, right? And put the idea of making money to one side for a while. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. It's probably not what most people want to hear, but when you shift your focus from making money to delivering value, something truly amazing happens. People in your niche, they recognize it, they connect with it, and they can see that you have this genuine desire to help them. And then they'll trust you because they can trust you. They can see that you are a trustworthy, decent human being who wants their best interests at heart. So, when the time comes to recommend a product to them, you'll know which product will benefit them. And because of that, chances are they'll buy it. And they'll buy it because they know that you've got their best interests at heart. And that means making passive income is not about the number of hours you work. It's all about the amount of value you deliver. Let me say that again, because I really want you to understand that it is all about the value you deliver. And that's what making passive income online is really all about, because it doesn't mean that you don't do any work. It means that you put in a lot of work early on, but you profit from that for years to come. So nothing happens overnight, and success just isn't a straight line. And okay, there are exceptions to the rule. Let me tell you about one of those exceptions, knowing that results like this are far and few between, okay? One of my students is called Charles, and he went full-time online making passive income in his first 6 months, so his first 180 days. Now, at the time, Charles was working a 9-to-5 job, and as you can imagine, he hated his boss, right? And what he hated even more than his boss, and I can resonate with this, it was his alarm clock. That's the thing that he hated more than anything. So he decided to do something about it. He got real, okay? And he took massive action, but he was selective about what he chose. Now, he didn't want to waste time making products, and he didn't want the expense of renting somewhere to store loads of physical products, and he didn't want the hassle of having to package and ship out all these products to customers. So he decided that he was going to go with affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, it meant that he didn't have to worry about customer support issues because the vendor deals with all that stuff. And because he decided to sell digital products, it meant that he could earn a very high commission percentage on every sale he generated. Now, to become successful, Charles didn't start linking to affiliate offers on social media or random websites. In fact, the truth is, right, all of his sales is done behind the scenes. It's almost invisible. Okay, so the only people who receive sales messages from Charles are the people he knows are more likely to buy the products. Now, I want you to think about how powerful that strategy is. Okay, because for everybody else who sees Charles's stuff online, they only ever see the value that he delivers. And people love him, right? People trust him. And as a result of building this passive income machine that runs behind the scenes, he now never has to work for anybody else. He doesn't have to work in a job that he hates. He doesn't have to face the alarm clock every morning. He doesn't have to get up, go to a job that makes somebody else rich. And now, because of this passive income machine, he has complete control over his life. His family are proud of him. He's seen as a great provider. And do you know what? If you want the strategy that he uses, because I've actually got a case study video all about it, I'll put a link to that below, so you can go ahead and check out that video. It's a pretty good case study because it goes quite deep into what Charles has done and the results that he's got, including the just two types of marketing that he has chosen to get, amazing results. So if you want that case study, because it goes on for, I think it's maybe 15-20 minutes long, I'll put a link in the description, so just go ahead, grab that, or head over to profitcopilot.com/180, see the case study for yourself, make up your own mind about this, see if that avenue is the right one for you, because I know it works. It's what actually works for me. It's what works for most of my students, including Charles. So maybe it might work for you if you are prepared to put in the work. And remember that it's going to take dedication, persistence. You have to approach it with the right mindset to succeed. Okay, if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below. If you didn't like the video, that's fine. Give it a thumbs down, because both sets of data are valuable to me. It tells me important things about what I'm doing. So, you know, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Both are equally valuable. And if you want more of these videos, then hit the subscribe button, click the little notification bell so you never get, or you never miss an update from me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.